find in medieval paintings, paintings of the Renaissance era, the great masters and the pre-Renaissance artists. Great emphasis on the tree. It's not just decorative, it's actually a message. In the Bible we hear about Moses meeting God at a sacred tree, or as they describe it, a burning bush. Adam and Eve at the famous tree in the Garden of Eden. It's all this tree symbolism. And in fact the cross, the symbol, however plagiarized and corrupted, of the Sun King hanging on the cross is actually an old Druidic motif of the Sun King on the cruciform tree. And one could argue that the tree is also a symbol of enlightenment, or it's a symbol of the polar axis of the earth and so on. Here we find on the Church of Scotland is that burning bush motif. And on the right, on the flag of the Church of Scotland, you'll notice that the tree is not only blazing or burning, or it has 3 groups. Again, the number 3 representing the Druids. On the left, a picture of the Scottish Church incorporates the design of Vesta, the Pisces, and also the Knights of Malta crosses. Later on we'll be looking into that symbol. Now earlier in the introduction and the preview we mentioned the name of the great plumber that who wrote extensively on the west to east movement of the elements of civilization and the role.
So you're not angry, eh?
Well, hold on to your hats, because we're going to find out why you haven't heard his name, why his works have been suppressed. We're going to get into the reason for that right now. He wrote in his book, which is entitled The Bible, an Irish book, that Christianity came from Judaism is acknowledged by churchmen, but it has never been truthfully divulged before where Judaism had its origins and home, or who were the Hebrews and the Jews. The term Hebrew and Jew, for deceptive purposes, has been conferred on people of Aramaic race, and it is a misnomer to call this people the modern so-called Jews. Well, where did the word come from? The word Jew is actually a derivation or corruption of the word you. Because as we said in the past, certain consonants, certain vowels were interchangeable. And you see this in Hebrew. It's a known fact that Y and J were often interchangeable. So Judah, or Judah, or Judaic, their origin is with the language of the trees. Specifically, the word Jew comes from the yew tree. One of the most sacred of all the trees in Druidism was the taller and thinner variety of yew, similar to the cypress, known as the Fastia Giata, grew abundantly throughout Western Ireland and was sacred to the ancient warrior queen and goddess of the Tuatha De Danann, after whom Ireland was once named. Botanists believe all other yews in the world to be descended from 2 Irish trees. County Mayo comes from the word meaning yew forest. Interestingly, the most sacred Egyptian groves, orchards, and temple precincts appear to have had these Irish yews in pride of place. According to Ralph Ellis, the yew was the Egyptians' original tree of life, and it featured prominently in Egypt's most sacred mystery school traditions and initiatory rites. It was a symbol of death and underworld rites, the oldest implements in the world, dating to over 50,000 years ago, were made of yew wood. The tree may have been considered sacred because it poisoned all animals that ate of its bark, or leaves, except the stag and deer. The deer and the stag were supremely sacred, of course, to the Irish Druids. Now the yew can still frequently be found in British churchyards. Given that the yews were older than Christian churches, it follows that Christian churches and cathedrals were deliberately positioned near to the tree for symbolic purposes. A study of the yew tree serves to confirm the west to east movement of the elements of the letter. The last letter of the Irish Ogham alphabet was I, and that letter was connected to the yew tree. The letter turns up as the Hebrew Yod, the first letter, which we find in the name of God, Jehovah, whom Moses suggestively met at a burning bush. The word "you" would be connected to the word Jew, from Yahu or Yudah. So, were the Jews, the so-called Jews, originally men of the U, that is, initiates of Druidic colleges? So the letters are interchangeable. Ayu, Yua, Yuda. We can look at the etymology, keep our minds on the history of these words, and cuts through a lot of misinformation. Then we can look at another tree which is sacred to the Druids, the rowan. Just as the word Jew derives from the word for yew tree, so does the ancient name Levi, L-E-V-I, or Levite, come from the Gaelic letter L, which was known as Louis or Louis, and which can also be rendered Louis, L-E-W-I-S, or Louis, like in the French Louis. L, the letter L, or Louis, as it's known in Irish, was the third letter, there's that number 3 again, of the Irish alphabet. It referred to the rowan tree that was most sacred of all the trees in Irish Druidism. Each berry of the rowan tree bears a minute pentagram. So Levi, Louis, Louis. We already spoke of the Isle of Lewis, which was sacred to the Druids up in Scotland. Where does this word Lewis come from? Lourdes in France, L-O-U. Louis, Lewisham. It's the third letter in the sacred alphabet of the Druids, and it referred to a tree, the rowan tree. So what's this connection between the ancient pantheons of the Jews? Is there something, why did Moses meet God on the burning tree, the burning bush? Why not at a well? Some other question. Why did the editors and scriptors of the Bible insist